Welcome to English Podcasts with Chris
and Sue. For me.
Huh.
Hi, Sue.
Hi there, Chris. So today, as you're a bit of, I know you're a tech guy, much more techie than I am. I thought today we could talk about our phone apps.
Okay.
Okay, do you have many apps?
Quite a few, yeah.
Okay.
I try to clean them off from time to time.
Oh, do you? All right. So you certainly have more than me. So just want to go through. I downloaded, well let's say I made a list of the top 10 phone apps in the world.
Right.
I want to check if you have them.
Okay.
Okay. So number one, no big surprise, Instagram.
Yes,
And
I do.
last year, Instagram had almost 700 million downloads.
Wow.
That's a lot. So you have Instagram?
I do.
Even I have Instagram.
Yeah.
And we have Instagram on English podcasts.
Exactly. Yes.
Which is pretty good. Okay, so that's not an easy one. That's an easy one anyway. What about TikTok? This is number 2 in the list.
I do.
What? I'm discovering new things. You have a TikTok? Do you dance? Do you
No, I don't dance.
show
No.
your coffee cup
No,
or whatever's
sometimes,
happening?
I mean, I've not used it for ages, I must admit, but I did start using it with short video formats for travel on my YouTube channel, which is Now Toulouse Travel. So when I'm traveling, I did short format videos.
Right. But did you not get many connections?
I did,
So
but
you
I mean,
stopped?
yeah, but most of my, I say most of what I do is on YouTube, so it was getting a bit much. So in fact, it's there, but I don't use it, and I get notifications every day, and I
Well,
never
I
even
must admit,
look.
TikTok I have no interest in TikTok. It's all like people dancing or putting things in a coffee cup. Or
It's an age thing.
It is, I'm afraid, and I have zero interest. Anyway, I don't have it, but
Okay.
apparently 654 million people in the world do, and I don't. Third on the list, Facebook. So as I'm a bit of a granny,
Yeah,
I have Facebook.
me too.
I like it.
It's okay. Yeah, yeah, I'll use it. Yeah, it's good.
Come on, you use it a lot. Come on, own
I
up.
do
Yeah.
for my travel stuff
Yes.
mostly,
Yeah.
or for rugby.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So, and I think it's pretty good. Okay. Now here's one: WhatsApp.
I do.
I do too.
Yeah.
I love WhatsApp.
Yep.
Even my mother has WhatsApp, so that shows its reach.
Must be good then.
That shows the reach of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now here's one I've never heard of. Maybe you know it. CapCut.
No. What is it?
Well, almost 400 million people downloaded it last year in
Okay.
the world, and it's a kind of photo editing
Okay.
app.
Right. No.
Okay, so there's one you don't know. Okay. Now here's the next one on the list, number 5, Telegram,
No.
which of course is Chinese, isn't it? Or Russian?
TikTok is Chinese. I'm not sure about Telegram.
Telegram's Russian,
It
isn't
could
it?
be. Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't really do that. The next one, which I would never do in a million years, Snapchat.
No, I don't. No.
Oh. No, that really is teenagers or...
Yeah, it seems pretty useless.
Yeah. Anyway, the other one on the list, next one down, number 8. Now, I never heard of it. It's massive, apparently. It's called Temu. Temu.
I've heard of Temu. It's a new sort of Amazon thing, isn't it? It's online sales stuff.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I only know that through adverts which I've seen on other social media.
right. But I think I did double check it because
Yeah.
I've never heard of it, and it's an online. Yeah, you're right, but it's more like
Online marketplace.
clothing.
It's all sorts of things.
Anyway.
Everything.
Doesn't interest me.
No.
That's not for me.
It's a bit like Alibaba, I think.
Oh, which I don't look at either.
No.
I don't look at it either. Anyway, the number 9, WhatsApp Business. Now I don't know what that could be.
No idea.
We don't have it. Okay.
But then again, it's like it might be like because there's Facebook business as well. We have it on our account as Facebook business. Yeah, it could be like that.
Okay. And the last one on number 10, which I do not have,
Duolingo. No.
Spotify.
Okay, yeah, I have Spotify. I don't use it very often, but sometimes I do.
Well,
Yeah.
I have actually, I don't have Spotify, but I have the French version.
Okay.
It's called Deezer.
Okay, yeah,
I have that on my phone.
right.
Okay.
Spotify is Swedish, I think. Yeah.
And in fact, on Netflix, there's a pretty good, like not a documentary, kind of series about how it was set up,
Okay,
which I quite enjoyed.
right.
Anyway, so that's that. So these are the top 10 of which you might have 5. I probably have 4 of them.
Possibly, yeah.
So, which ones do you have on your phone? Which ones do you use the most?
Okay, which ones I use the most? Probably daily. I use Duolingo to learn Spanish, and I'm on like nearly 900 days straight
Wow.
Duolingo, which is nearly 3 years, isn't it? I use Facebook a bit. I use YouTube. I also use another thing called TubeBuddy, which is a bit of an analytics for YouTube, just to check. It's an easy way of checking if you've got any comments that I like to reply to comments when I get them. And another one I use a lot is I have one called AnyList. So, like, when you need to do your shopping or whatever.
What's wrong with a piece of paper?
Well, exactly. Well, the problem with a piece of paper is you often forget it at home. And then you go with a trolley full of stuff and you come home and you realise that you left most of it off.
Oh, gosh. Well, you know what I try to do when I go shopping? I write a list at home on a piece of paper. I put the paper in my bag,
Okay.
but I never take it out because I try to memorise
That's brilliant.
what I want. So I go around the shop, I get what I want, and
Yeah.
before I get to the checkout, I double check on my list.
Okay. Well, I also use it for reminders, but not only for me.
Okay.
Like, for example, in November, I went to Morocco with my 2 sons, and I had to remind them, well, they probably would have got it, but I made sure I reminded them of, like, bringing a passport, bringing a driving license, packing this and packing that, not bringing this, etc.
Why didn't you use WhatsApp for that?
Because I use AnyList, and it suits me.
Good.
And this weekend, for example, I've got some friends coming around for a Greek dinner, and I've got all my shopping list and the menu all ready, so I won't forget it. There you go.
Good. Okay. Well,
tip.
I am maybe from a different century.
I use Twitter a lot. I refuse to call it
Yes.
X.
Oh,
It's
yes.
Twitter.
Yes.
What else do I use? I use Facebook, like you said, LinkedIn a little bit. I also use a photo app sometimes called Snapseed. There's another one called Camera Plus, which if I'm doing any photos on my iPhone, it just makes the iPhone like a camera where you can slow down the shutter and stuff like this, not just take a picture. Messenger, I think everybody uses that quite a lot.
For me, that's part of
Yeah.
Facebook, really. Yeah.
Weather, the weather app.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I use quite a lot.
What have you got?
Steps app.
Oh, yes, because I know you're a big walker.
Yes, I walk every day. Today I've walked. How many? I've walked 6.1 kilometers today,
Okay.
and I'll probably end up doing like 15 because I'm going to walk into town at 5 o'clock.
God.
and back with my poor dogs.
Yeah, but those poor dogs, they really need an app on their dog collar.
do.
And what about anything to do with like driving, transport? Do you have anything like that?
Yeah, I have
Or-
the local transport app for the buses and the metro. I also sometimes use Google Maps. Depends where I am, especially if I'm abroad. Last week I was in Corfu. I used it all the time to get to places. What else do I use? WhatsApp, we just said. I also use things like Shazam.
Now then, that is one of my favourite ones. I use it so much, like because I'm surprised you use it because you know every song.
But there are sometimes you hear this song and you think, what is that?
Yeah,
And you Shazam it.
Well, that must be very rare in your case. But I know when I'm in like a shop or something, I hear music.
Yeah.
I always put on the Shazam, and I think, oh yeah, I know that song. But yeah, that's one. I think I have like 5 apps on my phone. So you've.
I also use, it's not, it is an app, but because it's on my phone. So I also use a VPN.
What's that? I don't know.
It's a virtual private network. So basically, if you're in an airport or whatever, or if you're in another country, you can pretend to be in another country.
Oh, right.
And, like, you can put your phone, like for example, if I want to listen to BBC Sounds, I can listen to BBC Radio. I shouldn't really say this maybe, but I put it through a VPN.
Yeah.
So the BBC thinks I'm in the UK.
Well, I listen to BBC Sounds every day. It's one of the apps.
So you
on
don't
my
need
phone.
a VPN.
No,
Okay.
I have it in my home, but
Right.
yeah.
I use sometimes the Canal Plus app to watch the rugby. What else do I use? I use there's the Internations app.
I don't use that.
You don't?
I don't
It's
think
pretty
it's
poor.
pretty rubbish.
Pretty
Yeah.
poor. Sorry, intonations, but it's not a good app.
Yeah.
I've also got another thing which is quite nice I use from time to time, and it's Road Reporter.
Now, what's that?
It's basically it's a recorder, voice recorder, and so if I'm doing a podcast, we did a podcast with Paul from the Seven Sisters.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
we use the Road Reporter app. It's quite good if we've
right.
not in our studio. And that's about it, really.
Well, you've impressed me because you have quite a lot.
Yeah, I use Kayak sometimes if I'm looking for
That's
flights.
booking. Yeah.
Yeah,
Booking.
Booking.com as well.
Yeah.
Because very often with Booking.com, you can go to the Booking.com online, but sometimes you can get a supplementary discount by using the mobile app, which is silly. But it says it, in fact, when you look, and I've never noticed it before. Someone pointed this out to me the other day.
Gosh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
And I use also, sometimes I play backgammon.
With the computer?
With the phone.
With the phone?
Yeah. And there's the Get Your Guide
Well,
if you're going to places, which is really nice.
Gosh, you have a lot.
Yeah, Get Your Guide's quite good because it will give you a guide of cities and countries, etc., they're quite nice. Some of them are paid, some of them are free, but quite good. What else do I use? Oh, there's another one I just got down the other day, and it was called Plant Parent. I don't know if you've seen this. You take a picture of your plant, and it tells you how it's doing, and if it's not doing well, it tells you what to do with it, like stop watering it,
That's
stuff
nice.
like
I
this.
did actually at one moment. I did download an app to. It was like you were able to take a picture of the plant, and it told you what the plant was.
Yep, it does the same.
But it used up so much of my memory space. I just got rid of it after a while. It got on my nerves, but I needed it when I was out somewhere. But it's amazing, the apps.
Okay.
Anything to do with like meditation or health, or apart from the walking?
Yeah, I've got some health apps. No meditation apps. Maybe I should get a meditation app, but no, I don't really use meditation apps. But in the health, I've got stuff like I don't know, what have I got? Run meter, walk meter, cycle meter.
But can't you do that on your phone anyway? Doesn't your phone record how many steps you do?
I think it does.
Not your phone, your watch.
My watch does, yeah. My phone does as well, maybe.
God.
I don't know.
I don't bother with any of this. I just there we go.
I quite like to try. I try to do 10,000 steps a day. I'm at 8,110, so I'm going to totally smash it today. And some days I do, some days I don't. I also have sports apps, the what's on TV, and the Stade Toulousain, the best rugby team in the world.
Yes, sure.
And that's about it. And then obviously there are things which you cannot use. You cannot go without it. Like, for example, I have an app to fly my drone. So my phone is like the screen of what you see from the camera of the drone, and you can't not use it.
Yeah.
And it tells you whether you're in a no-fly zone or whatever. So, that's not like an added bonus. It is like you need it.
And so if you lost your phone, what would you do?
Well, I have lost my phone app.
I knew you'd
which
say
is through
that.
Apple. No, but it's through Apple.
But how?
Find my phone.
But how can you do it if your phone is lost and your app is on the phone? How?
No, it's on my watch.
Oh.
But also, you go onto your Apple ID and you declare your phone lost, and it will block your phone. So if it's stolen, for example,
I should do.
Then you can block it. Yeah, I don't know if you can do it with Android. You can with iPhone.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah?
If I bothered to look
Possibly.
at it. I bothered to look at it. Oh, well, good. Well, in fact, you've really outdone me, but I knew you would outshine me on this. I mean, I have Shazam, which you mentioned. Instagram, of course, we mentioned. I have a French spelling app because as you know, even in English, my spelling can be a bit, up and down sometimes. In French,
What's it called?
It's just French. I don't know. I don't know what it's called actually. It's just a French grammar thing. French thing. I have Uka or Uka.
Yes.
which we did.
We did a podcast
did a
about it.
podcast on it, and it's to test. You can swipe it on the barcode of some food.
Is it not a paid-for app now?
I don't know.
No?
Mine is a free one.
Okay.
And it tells you if there are chemicals in the food or whatever. I have got the BBC, of course. I've got BBC Sounds. Which
Sky News?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Not on my phone.
Okay.
Not on my phone. I have it on the. And then, of course, I have one which is called Waze.
Yeah.
Or
Do you use that?
Never.
I know me. I've got it, but I never use it.
Never. Never. I should take it off, but I think one day it's going to be useful.
Yeah, that's like mine as well.
And that covers my apps.
Because I thought one of the biggest apps, or maybe it's in its category, but there's one by Apple, I think it is, and it's, like you said, it's a meditation app.
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to be like a well-being type of thing, and it's supposed to be one of the biggest apps in the world. Is Twitter not one of the biggest? No,
not according to the list. Yeah, and I don't have Twitter, but according like the meditation app, the sleeping app, I listen to the BBC Sounds, and there's a podcast which I love called This Cultural Life, and it's so relaxing. It will send you to sleep in 5 minutes.
Okay.
But that covers it for the apps. But I know lots of people like apps, and it's quite a nice conversation to have with people if you want to practice your English, because it really, you cover a lot of different vocabulary.
Yeah.
And it's a nice way, I think, to look at learning English vocabulary. Okay. Well, thank you, Chris. That was interesting.
We hope you enjoyed today's podcast. Join us again at english-podcasts.com and subscribe to our podcasts on iTunes. And if you have an idea for a podcast or a blog, please get in contact with us through the site at english-podcasts.com.